So from around maybe August to September, I was mentally spiraling down. I wouldn't go as far to say I was depressed, but I will say I wasn't mentally doing the best. I just wasn't. And it's because of a variety of things, a lot of it personal that I'm not going to get into. I've been doing a lot better, but I will say, and this is kind of the main thing for this video, is just make sure the learning lessons that you get during those spirals, during those defeats, or those moments when you're thinking, I don't know what to do, this is just life kind of sucks right now, whatever it is. When you're in a bad place, don't forget how you got out of that. Don't forget that, because the next time you start to be tempted to spiral, or you simply are spiraling back down, you can use that lesson to prevent you from doing bad mentally, or at least make it so the next time you're doing bad mentally, it doesn't come off so bad. It doesn't, the damage isn't as hard. It doesn't hit as hard. I say that because during the mental difficulty in August, September area of this year, I actually got pretty angry a lot. I would express my anger in a not so appropriate way. I wasn't ever like that, you know, I wasn't like attacking anybody. It's just like my tone and stuff, or I would start like if something even super small got me mad, like I would start banging the table. I'm not kidding. I would do that. I don't think that's appropriate. I really don't think that's a good thing to do. That's not a good habit to get into when you have anger, to express it that way, to express it in violence, even if it is against a stupid table. It's still not good. And in addition, it's just like having a bad attitude towards people in general. And then also another big thing was when I was in that state where I was just struggling mentally, I had this almost like numbness. It was really weird, where I just like, I didn't feel necessarily happy, but I didn't necessarily feel sad. I was just very blank, and I'm just like, I don't know what to do with this. There's like no emotion that I have. But one thing I learned during this time period was it shouldn't matter how you feel. If there's something you know you need to do it anyway, and that's part of discipline. But in addition, you shouldn't let your emotions affect you. It's gonna ruin your day. I've heard that before, where it's saying like, don't let one moment ruin your day, or something like that. I don't know what the exact phrase is, but it's something like that, where don't let one small conversation or experience ruin the rest of your day or even week, because that could happen where you just continue to let that just fill up your head. It can just sit in your head, what they call rent free, and it's just ruining your life, really. At least a part of your life anyway. Obviously it's not going to last forever, but it could last forever if you let that happen, dwelling on those negative experiences. So like I said, the overall reason I'm coming on here is to say, don't forget those moments when you do discover like, okay, this is how I get out of this. In case that happens again, remember that lesson so you can get out of it faster, if that makes sense. So like, for example, for me, recently I wanted to get super, super angry, and even physical. Like I wanted to like, for example, like throw something or smash the table or whatever, because I was on edge. I was really tense and angry, and somebody said something to me that, you know, it wasn't their fault, but you know, it gets you mad, even though it's not even their fault. You're already tense, and then it's like the last straw on the camel's back. That's what it kind of feels like. And it's just those moments, and then you lash out to that person, and instead of lashing out on that person or lashing out to like products around the house, and you're breaking stuff because you're being stupid, instead I just took a deep breath, and that's really been helping me. I just took a deep breath, and it calmed me down. And that's just what I've been doing. Not just with anger, but with anxiety, or if I'm sad or whatever, any negative emotion that's making me want to do something I shouldn't, I just inhale, I hold it, and then I exhale. And I do that for a few times, and it usually calms me down and prepares me like, okay, what's the logical thing to do? Because that's the thing, is when you're in an emotional state, you don't want to act logically. You want to act illogically. You want to act emotionally. You want to act on the first thing that comes to your head, which is always going to be the wrong thing. So just be careful with that. Just be careful. I'm just saying that because this is what I've been learning recently. So just be careful.